All right, we should be live. All right, Shalom. All right,
Shalom.
we're out of GMS Dallas and GMS Atlanta. All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahawah,
YAHAWAH,
BAHASHAM,
YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM.
BAHASHAM, Kwadash, Barakathum. I said Barakathum. Shalom.
Hey,
Double
but it's
honors to
hey, bless them though, you know.
yeah, God. Yeah, double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, hey, we're just coming at you with a quick lesson. All right, me and a brother, we were just vibing out in the spirit, and we're just gonna go straight into it. We're going into the topic of not being an Israelite outwardly, okay? Because this thing is of the spirit, okay? You got a lot of Israelites out here, and they wear the Israelite thing as if it's like a or just a fad or something, But this is not a religion. This is who we are. You got to accept this thing, and just it's not something that you be a part of. You are an Israelite internally. You shouldn't have to try to be an Israelite. You shouldn't have to go out and wear fringes and wear a big T-shirt that says Israelites. But you got guys that do that, and it's not really a big deal. I mean, of course, we're the sons of the power. It's a huge, but when you come into the faith and you get seasoned, then it's like, I mean, you just, that's just what you are, But hey, bro, if you have anything you want to say, or we can bring that out.
Actually, that from what you said moved me to pull this precept out really quick. Just because as you're going into a lot of Jacob wear Israel upon their sleeve, which is a beautiful thing to know that Jake is waking up to the truth. Because it goes into our heritage. When you go into Jeremiah 17:4, it says, "Thou shalt be discontinued from thine heritage." And also in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, it talks about a falling away that had taken place. So right now, what we're bearing witness to is Israel coming back. But like the brothers going into, you have a lot of these guys that are out here that are wearing Israel all over their shirts, that are saying this Israelite party, when it's like they're doing that more than glorifying YAHAWASHI, when that's the most important thing. Right. It's cool to know that you're an Israelite, but also to keep in the back of your mind that a lot of them niggas went off back then, man. And they're gonna die. And you got a lot of these guys that's out here that's leading the sheep astray. You got Jake falling off. They telling you that you can pop girls in the behind. They're telling you a lot of things that aren't true. It's contrary to the doctrine. And also too, they tell you a lot of things that aren't beneficial to you for the spirit, that ain't beneficial to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You always had a select group of men out of Israel to tell you what you need to be doing, to be that beacon of light, to guide the sheep, to show them who are the prophets. All right. Well, you had the priests, and symbolically under the order of Melchizedek, we're all represented as those priests. And we're here to show you how to operate according to what YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI wants, to tell you that it's not an Israelite party, to tell you don't need to wear no shirt that says Hebrew Israelite on it, man. It's within. It's how you conduct yourself as a man of the Lord, walking in the spirit, and going according to that. That means to live in the spirit. So I got this really quick for you, brother.
Go ahead, bro.
Here in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter. One second, I'm getting it right now, my brother. Deuteronomy chapter 4, in verse. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land which ye go to possess it." All right, which is going to pretty much before we had got into the land of Jericho, or before we got into the land of Canaan, which was our possession. It says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom in your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and an understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who at the Most High so nigh unto them, as Yahweh our power is in all things that we can do." Now, the reason why I wanted to bring that up, because the Lord gave us this understanding, and that was supposed to represent us to shine amongst the other nations. They were supposed to look at us not by just our outward appearance, but how we conducted ourselves in wisdom. And they were supposed to look at us and say, man, these people, there has to be a God, because these people conduct themselves as such. It ain't about, like the brothers going into, about just showing yourselves outwardly. but how we conduct ourselves as a nation, how we operate in the spirit, how we are able to rule, how we're able to judge one another. That's what's supposed to show you if you're an Israelite or not. It's within the spirit. You got it, brother.
Yeah, Khan. Hey, just like even YAHAWASHI said, ye are the light of the world.
That's
okay?
right.
So with the elect and the sincere men, we're set as that example, to show Israel basically how to move, because most of Israel is in darkness, and like the brother beautifully brought out, this like you said, it's not an outward thing, man. It's internal. It's how you move yourself. It's your character. It's a lot that goes into being a child of the Most High. All right, you have a dietary law. You have conduct. You got order. You got obeying the laws and statutes. But a lot of these people, they're under the impression that this is a religion, and this is just some type of external quote unquote cult. But I'll get this Romans 2:25. It says, for circumcision verily profiteth if thou keep the law, but if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision. 26. Therefore, if uncircumcision keep the righteousness of the law, shall not his uncircumcision be counted for circumcision? So basically, what this is saying is like it's not so much about physically being circumcised. It says, if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision. So if you're physically circumcised and you're a breaker of the law, then it's basically null and void. But it's gonna explain it when you go down to 7. It's 27. And shall not uncircumcision, which is by nature, if it fulfill the law, judge thee, who by letter and circumcision dost transgress the law? Because you had the Pharisees and the Sadducees. What were they saying? Oh, law, the law, the law.
Mm-hmm.
But when YAHAWASHI basically came on the scene, he basically broke it down for him. He was like, look, basically he is the law, and that's why we follow YAHAWASHI, because he basically did away with the sacrificial law.
That's right.
So this is verse 28. For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision which is outward in the flesh. So you're not a Jew by keeping the customs and keeping the look, because you had a lot of wicked niggas back in the ancient world that knew they were Israelites and looked the part. It says verse 29, but he is a Jew which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men but of the Most High. So you're circumcised in heart, meaning you have the spirit of YAHAWASHI. That's how you become circumcised, not through looking like an Israelite, not through just keeping the law, and that's it.
Gone. Mind if I bring out a point, brother, to land back off of you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when you like the brother stated, man, it's an inward thing, not an outward thing. When you go according to Paul writing this letter to the Israelites who were scattered in Rome, when you go according to this, circumcision was a big deal to those, to our nation. When you go into the law, you know what I mean? When a man child is born, on the 8th day, he has to be circumcised. All right. But what we have to really bring to light is the diaspora that had taken place. Pretty much that was prophesied to happen. There was the diaspora that had taken place. Yep. So when you go into that diaspora, when we were scattered throughout all these different parts of the known world around that time, you had Israelites who knew they were Israelites and Israelites who didn't know they were Israelites, who were called Hellenists and Hellenistas.
Yep.
And when you go according to these different sects of Israelites, like I said, some of them knew they were Israelites, some of them knew they weren't. When Paul was speaking to these Romans who were Israelites, actually, a lot of them didn't know they were Israelites around the time. They were being brought up in the knowledge then and there, So circumcision was a big deal, because you had the wicked scribes and the Pharisees that would claim people not to be Israelites because they weren't circumcised due to their outward appearance. And when you go according to certain laws, if you didn't keep the Passover, if you didn't keep certain high holy days, you would what? You were casted out of the congregation. All right, and being casted out, you were thrown to certain areas where throughout a dispensation of time, your children weren't going to know who they were, and they were going to follow certain ways of the heathen. So you had certain men that were being brought back through the ministry of the apostles, and Paul being one of those apostles, he was pretty much telling you that it's not about an outward appearance. You have to understand who YAHAWASHI Mashiach is first. Once you understand these basic things through faith, you can do those extra things like circumcision and so forth. You had those scribes and Pharisees that would tell you that, no, you need to be circumcised. You need to be circumcised. It's according to the law. It's like, nigga, you ain't even keeping the law. You know, like look at it right now in this day. You got these other camps that harp on the fringes. Fringes. You got to wear your fringes every day. You got to wear your fringes every day. And these same guys, we tell them that, do you wear your fringes at work? And they'll say, well, I wear them under my shirt. What's the purpose of the fringes? The purpose of the fringes is for these people to know who we are. So if you're wearing them under your shirt, how can they see according to these guys' doctrine? It shows you the leaven that these guys have. It shows you their wickedness because they want to be seen on their outward appearance to show that they're Israelites. It's being taken away from YAHAWASHI Mashiach and his glory, and it's being based upon your outward appearance to know that you are Israelite. A lot of Israelites are going to die. How about that, niggas? Yeah, a lot of you niggas going to die with that Hebrew Israelite shirt on. We got next, you know? Yeah. Yep. First and foremost, it goes to YAHAWASHI Mashiach. Now, if it's on your spirit to get that circumcision, you're going to do it based off of the faith. Because that's ultimately what it boils down to. Abraham was circumcised due to his faith. And he wasn't an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Isaac off of faith. All this stuff happened through faith, man. And we just carry on that tradition because it was given to us through our inheritance. But the first thing when a brother wakes up isn't that you need to be circumcised or you need to wear this or you need to wear that. It's all based on the spirit. Salaki, one step.
The connection.
Yeah, it's bad. I was getting a phone call on the other end. Salaki.
Oh, okay. No, you good. I got a big. This is Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most. You know, we always bring this priest basically prove or give, and that is because it said the self. In these scriptures, it beareth witness with that's it. To it, you know. So that's how we know that we're not Israelites. Not just by the flesh only. Now, of course, that's
Satan messing with the feed real bad, brother.
I think the connection is kind of bad, but it goes in and out. If you had some,
Khan, hold on one sec. I'm trying to see what we can do.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, how about you?
Okay, no problem.
Clear this connection up, Baba Kashal. You know, but yeah. So can you read that again one more time, Baba Kashal, brother?
16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our children of the Most High.
Khan, yeah, you pretty much broke it down. It's spiritual at the end of the day, man. You know. Now, of course, you know we know we're Israelites. You know, based on coming out of our father and their father's fathers goes by, but it's all according to the Spirit. We found out we were Israelites due to the Spirit. We know the 12 tribes chart is correct due to the Spirit, man. You know, it ain't a carnal thing. All these things are spiritual. And YAHAWASHI will harp on these things. That's why we can look at other people who might be of other nations, what other people would perceive to be as other nations. We look at them and be like, and that's a Jake. Like we talk about John Travolta you know, Leonardo DiCaprio, and certain other people. We know that based upon their spirit. Now, of course, it goes to where they come from, but it's a certain salt, I should say, that they had, that they carry to show you that, man, they gotta be of us, man. Yeah, and you know, there we go, brother. Call him back, man. It's just Satan. That's all that is. You there, brother? Can you hear me? Yeah, that's just Satan, man. That's Satan, brother.
I think it.
Can you hear me? I can hear you, and we're still live.
I don't know if we back or not.
Yeah, we're still live.
I'm gonna give you to load you if you could hear me. I don't know if you could hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, con. Okay, yeah.
Con.
It's just
yeah. That's all it is, man. Hey, the prince of the power of the air. You know. But I can bring this out for you, brother. I can bring this out. I know.
Go ahead.
You wanted Romans chapter 9, verse 6, right? Okay. I'll bring that out for you right now. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 6. And it says, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at verse 4 for you, brother.
Okay, no problem.
It says, man, actually, I'm going to start at verse 1, bro.
That's the spirit.
God. It says, I say the truth in a Mashiach. I lie not. My conscience also beareth me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from a Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
Yeah, according to the flesh. So this is Paul speaking, and he said, you also.
Yeah, Satan messing with the feed, bro. Yeah, Satan messing with messing around.
Yeah, Satan got to do his thing. But yeah, we back. Yeah, so that's how we prove. And a lot of these Christians, you know, y'all ain't the Israelites. Okay, well, Paul was an Israelite, you know, and Paul was teaching repentance to the Gentiles, which are the strangers. Like the brother broke down. You got the Hellenists and Hellenistas, you know. But you keep going, bro.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
That's right.
Paul just went in, bro. No, you got it. You got
it. Hey, well, yeah, you're right. Because and that shows that the law isn't done away with.
Right.
You know, there's and that was the promise from the very beginning. Our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who the promise was given to. And you guys, you can't get around that, man. It's just it's plain and simple, and it's clear. If it was talking about the other nations, if salvation was for the other nations, it would have said it right here in verse 4. You know?
That's right. That's right, brother. Verse 5. Whose are the fathers, and of whom is concerning the flesh Hamashiach came? It's saying YAHAWASHI came for these people, man. Yep. It says, as concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who is over all. God be blessed. God bless forever to Wab. Verse 6, this is the key point. Not as though the word of the Most High has taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel.
Boom. That's the key point right there. All right, is you're gonna have people that's claiming to be Israelites, but that don't mean they're of the promise. You know, that don't mean they're of the elect. You're gonna have a lot of people that's
One sec, brothers. You know, Satan messing around. That's all. That's all that is. Brother, pop my phone. There we go. Let's go, Chin. Let's go, Chin. Satan don't want this to come out. Hey, man. So it's fourth. We in that time.
Hey, we still at it, man.
Hey, we still live, brother. We back in action.
Yeah, it's a storm over this way. I don't know if that's got to do with the connection, but
okay.
But yeah, going back to verse 6, it says, "For they are not all Israel, which are of Israel." So that's the key point, being that this is not a thing of calling yourself an Israelite, man. You know, this right here says, basically, it's like an exclusive. It's like an exclusive group, and this is talking about the elect here. You know.
That's right. That's right, brothers. That's right, brother. That was a beautiful point, man. You know, these guys that's out here, you know, a lot of these
sound
guys.
Went out.
My sound went out? Hello?
Salakia, hold on.
Okay.
I think the sound went out. I can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can, yeah, I can hear you. One sec. Let me try something. Let me try